San Francisco, Joe Dimaggio, manager Casey Stengel, and catcher Yogi Berra meet four of his Japanese baseball players. The Japs are training with the San Francisco Seals, and the New York Yankees are on their first tour of California. Here are some of the highlights in the game, which the Yanks won 10-2. Most valuable player Phil Rizzuto draws base on balls in the third inning. Jerry Coleman follows and connects for a single. Joe Dimaggio is playing in his hometown for the first time in a Major League uniform. He connects too. West Coast fans have been anxiously waiting to see the Clipper and his fellow champions. Bob Porterfield on the mound for the Yanks is touched for a double by Seal outfielder Joe Grace. Porterfield pitches to Jack Graham, who pops out to end the rally. Al Lean hurling for the Seals. Billy Johnson tees off. He rounds first base. And he heads for second, where he's nabbed in a close play. Johnny Hopp at the plate. He rolls to the infield and is out at first. Yankee outfielder Cliff Mapes takes his turn with the stick. Jackie Jensen, West Coast football hero, now with the New Yorkers. He hits and hightails round the bases for a double. Rookie Gil McDougall highlights the Bombers' attack with a towering home run as the New Yorkers hit their stride. Their powerhouse attack is regained after a week of losing to Pacific Coast teams.
Oklahoma A&M and Kansas State in the Western Finals of the NCAA Basketball Championships at Kansas City, Missouri. Aggies' Don Johnson misses and the Kansans take the ball down court. It's into the corner where Ed Head makes a jump shot that misses. Both teams have trouble finding the basket. Gail McArthur gives and goes for the Oklahomans, but John Miller elects to set shot and misses. The second half starts with the Oklahomans trailing 37-14. They take the offense, but the Kansans steal the ball and streak down the boards. Now it's the Aggies' ball. The shot goes up and swishes through, but the two-time national champions are being outdistanced. The fast-breaking Big Seven champs press the attack. Jack Stone's shot is good as Kansas State takes the game 68-44. Next stop, the national finals against the University of Kentucky.
At Oslo, more than 80,000 turn out for the World Series of Norway, the Holmenkollen. This historic ski jumping competition was started in 1860 and is the biggest sporting event in the Scandinavian countries. The slide is used only on the day of the event to ensure that local entrants don't have any advantage over the foreign athletes. The jumpers display perfect form as they soar out into space. But as in most sports, you have to be on your feet at the finish. Perhaps the secret of Scandinavian supremacy in the ski events is the attention paid to youngsters. Even here at Holmenkollen, they have separate classes for juniors. Here comes Arnie Hull. jump 230 feet wins in the special section. Here's the top jump of the day. It wins the competition for Simon Slotvik. That 240-foot leap sets a new record and wins the Holmenkollen medal for Slotvik, presented in a spectacular night ceremony at Oslo City Hall.
At Agano, Italy, more than 40,000 turn out for the trotting race, which will decide the winner of the national lottery. Numbers have been assigned to the 30 horses who are running in 3 heats. They start in the final heat. Birboni takes the lead and holds it for the first quarter mile, but Boca de Leone catches him and takes over. Number 27, Furetto, now starts to move up. He takes the 3rd slot. In the stretch, Furetto looks like he's in, but an American horse, Scotch Thistle, comes up with the leaders and stays. At the wire, it's Scotch Thistle, and nobody had the winning ticket in the final.
The Asiatic Olympic Games at New Delhi, India, with entries from 10 Eastern countries. This is the first event of its kind in the long history of Asia, and Prime Minister Nehru is on hand to greet the athletes. The Japanese rooting section is really in earnest. Their team is no stranger to international competition. Though interest is high, performances are well below the standards of the West, and no new world marks are set. The pole vault, with Bob Richards soaring toward new heights in American meets, these Japanese vaulters have a long way to go if they hope to catch up.
No hunting license is needed at Spring Farm in Sag Harbor, Long Island. This Nimrod's heaven stretches over 400 acres and contains over 10,000 pheasants and 2,500 mallards. The dogs flush out a pheasant, and now it's up to the hunter. He shoots, and it's a hit. The dog retrieves the fallen bird. The game is taken to a cold storage locker and held until the hunter has finished his day's shooting. They reload while another bird is flushed out. The bird takes to the air and the sharpshooters track along, then pull the trigger. These birds are raised on the preserve, but they are only let out on the morning of a scheduled shoot. If they aren't brought down, they fly out and are lost.
Strange sports meet in the Alps. Italian skiers take advantage of the last snow before the spring thaw. Refuse to cancel the event despite mist and fog.
The soccer team of Penn State collegiate champions is going to far off Iran. A series of matches with the Iranians has been arranged by the State Department of the United States. Under Bill Jeffries, coach of the Nittany Lions for the past 26 years, the Pennsylvanians have dominated college soccer. Jeffries is no stranger in Europe. In 1934, Jeffries took his unbeaten Penn State squad to Scotland for a series of games, and in 1945 he went to Rome as the guest of special services to teach the game to the doughboys. These films show the strong Penn State team wearing white uniforms in action against Colgate. This outstanding aggregation has lost only one of its last 24 games and hopes to continue its record on the other side of the world.
Stewart Motors of San Francisco and Poudre Valley Creamery of Fort Collins, Colorado in the finals of the men's AAU basketball championships at Denver. The San Franciscans find the hoop on the second try. The Colorado team on the offense. They move the ball into position, but the shot is no good, and the Coast Five takes possession of the ball. The Stewart club sets up an attack. George Yardley, scoring star of the game with 32 points, cuts in, makes a jump shot that drops through the net. The Pacific Coast team, coached by Hank Lucetti, has too much all-around class and goes ahead 39-29 at halftime. In the second half, the Stewart club keeps their attack moving fast. Yardley shakes free under the basket, takes a pass, and he sinks it. The Coloradans take the ball. They're the first unseeded team ever to get further than the quarterfinals. John O'Doyle's pivot shot is no good. The follow-up is also off. A third try hits the rim and bounces off. The San Franciscans recover and streak down court. They beat the defending champs to reach this final round. Now they move in to set up another play that pays off with a tally. But the Cinderella team still has something left, and they retaliate with a shot that's good for 2 points. A try by the Colorado team is no good, but Ray Williams keeps the ball moving. He passes into the corner where it's promptly netted. A layup is in as Stewart wins 76-55.